I always remember.
Oh, I thought because it was the lucky number. March 13. Okay. Take a look at what's going on here. Now, I just noticed something about this problem. Hold on a second. It might be faulty.
Yeah.
Well, this is ridiculous. I don't know if anybody else notices it. They don't give me any information to do the calculations. You see that? These are the answers you put in. Okay, I'll get rid of that.
I'm like, how would you miss that one?
We're down to 10.
That problem is totally legit. So number 2. Here we go.
Much better.
Well, we had to do that. I mean, I could have made you do it, but it was impossible. Assuming 6.5% sales tax rate. Sales tax rate, there's your percentage, you know that's the rate. Calculate the actual sales. The total sales amounts to $27,800. It's very simple. Total sales divided by 1 plus the tax rate. You just plug it in. Total sales, $27,800. 1 plus the tax rate. The tax rate is 6.56, and we have 1.0656. Of course, you have to do what to the decimal. You know that by now, right? Yeah. Turn the percentage into a decimal. Just a pure decimal, no percentage sign. 2 places to the left, and then add the 1 to it. On the front, of course, right? Okay, so you get actual sales of $26,088.59, and that is the amount you get to keep, right? But you brought in $27,800. So that represents what? The difference represents the tax that had to be given to the government, right? Any questions on this one? Okay. Any more questions? You have a question back there?
Next.
Now these are mixed up. They're mixed up. So you're going to get some sales tax problems at the end. You know, sometimes they go in order in the way that I lecture, but these are a little mixed up. So you can expect, we're not done with sales tax. They want to know the assessed value. Look how simple this is. All you do is put a multiplication sign right here. And turn this into a what? A decimal. You take 75% of 217,000 and you get 162,750. So what is assessed value again? That is the amount that is taxable. That is the amount of your home that is taxable. That's a lot. Yeah, 75%. I think that's pretty common though, isn't it?
I don't know. Register money in my account. I don't remember. I'll let you know. I don't remember. Okay.
So there's an advantage. If the market value of your home goes down, what also goes down?
Your assessed value.
Your what? Property taxes. I guess you have to weigh the savings in that with what you're losing in the value, the market value. I don't think they're going to compare really.
And then what you lose in services.
Huh?
And what you lose in services.
What do you mean by that?
Because the city's not getting as much money as
Oh,
they did
yeah.
the year before. So now we don't have any street lights around, you know,
More crime.
more crime, all that kind of stuff, so.
Next thing you know, the trash trucks won't be coming by anymore.
Postal service.
Already has complaints.
We don't need the postal service. We don't need them anymore. Okay. Any questions?
Next.
Next one. Number 4. Okay, again, very simple. The formula, budget divided by total assessed value. Budget needed divided by total assessed value. Now, they don't give us any words here. They don't give us a little situation, unfortunately. But I explained how this works, right? The city needs $932,000 this year. How are they going to get it? Okay, what they're going to do is figure out the assessed value, not the total market value, but just the assessed value of all the properties in that area. And then once they get that big number, you see how big this number is, 39.5 million, right? That's probably a small community. We just divide it into the 932. Okay, now what I want to point to is look at how your answer is stated. Pay very close attention. Look at how the answer is stated. Does that say a percent? It does not say percent. So be careful. Tax per dollar, which we could also say 2%, right? If they want a percent, but they don't. They want it in dollars. So when you get this answer, what do? You're done. You don't mess with it. You don't move the decimal point. Nothing. You do round to the nearest 10,000th. Now that's very unusual. Look at that. The nearest 10,000th. So don't let that catch you. It is not the nearest hundredth. Okay. Any questions? It's the tax rate per dollar, not just the tax rate. So it's rate, it would be percentage.
So you're just subtracting both of them?
No, that's division. That's division right here.
It looks like a subtraction sign.
Yeah, that's a subtraction sign, boss.
Well, you see, if you knew the formula, if you slide or went over it.
Well, I can tell by the answers that they don't like.
What do you mean you just in general? I'm just.
I can tell that, but I was like,
I don't expect you to remember it then. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. What do they want from us here? Two things: sales tax and the actual sale. Just like I told you. Just like I told you. Something about those words. A long O. Okay. With the D at the end. So anyway, like I told you, there'll be some problems where you have more than one thing you have to get. So this is the case here. What does it say here? Look how short the problem is at the top. Don Schaefer? Chapter? Don. Bought a new Dell computer for $19.95. This included 7.0% sales tax. Now that price there includes the tax. It is included in that price that he's paying. So we have to isolate the tax. We have to figure out how much of that is tax, actual just tax, and what is the amount, the pre-tax amount, put it that way. So we're separating the tax from the total amount. That's all we're doing. Look at the first one, the actual sales, okay? The total sales is what? $19.95, because it includes the tax. It includes the tax. We simply divide by 1 plus the tax rate, which is 7%. And then when you do that, you get the actual sale, which is your first answer. It's actually the second one listed here. Okay, so which one are you going to do first? When you do this problem? This one. Now the next part, part 2. We have the actual sale. What are they doing in the second part? Subtracting out
the original amount. Yeah.
the actual sale from the total sale. So the total sale minus the actual sale gives you the sales tax. Total sale minus actual sale, sales tax. Any questions? Simple chapter. Done?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, the next one is number 8. Again, ridiculously easy. The assessed value. In the town of Marblehead, I wonder if that's a real name. The market value of a home, I guess the average home, is $299,000. Okay? Think about that. That's what it's worth right now. That's what they could most likely sell it for. Well, maybe not in the depressed market, but anyway. The assessment rate is 45%, much lower than the 75% we had in the other problem, right? So we're going to multiply the assessment rate times the market value, which is what they do right here. And that's the taxable amount, the assessed value, the taxable amount of the home. Any questions? I knew it was going to go quickly.
We'll still get out of here early.
We will. We might still get out early. I was worried. This is a small class. Well,
I'm a little worried about
the quiet one's the smartest ones. No. Okay, you ready for another one?
Is that
Yeah.
chapter 16 test normal to take 3 hours?
Yes.
3 hours? Well, she answered it, and maybe she knows better than I do. I've never taken it, but the students take it every semester, so I suppose 3 hours.
It made 3 hours and 40 minutes.
And just think if you were online, you'd have 15 problems. They must be pulling their hair out. But I don't want to see them, so.
Yeah, you're like, I don't care.
3 hours and 40 minutes, but also.
Okay, back to sales tax. Back to sales tax. This problem has everything in it. It has sales tax and excise tax.
Okay.
And what they want you to give is the total purchase price after you figure out each tax and add it to this amount. Okay, so this amount here, Lois Clark, that sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Yes.
Superman.
Superman. Right. I know, you should be ashamed. Everybody knows. Okay. Bought a ring for $6,200. Does that include the sales tax? Well, if you look down here, you'll see it doesn't. Okay? She must still pay 5% sales tax and a 10% excise tax. Now, what can you do there to shorten this down?
Multiply the
Add
15
these taxes together and you
Right.
get 15%. So you're going to multiply what? 6,200 times 0.15.
15,
Times 0.15. When you do that, you will get the sales tax. And then what do you do? After that, you get the total purchase price.
Add the total tax to the.
Add the tax. Oh, I didn't see that. I totally missed that. There's a shipping charge. Right, add the tax to the 6,200. The price
then
without the
add the
tax.
shipping.
And then we have a shipping charge. I didn't see that. Yes, shipping charge, 38. For a ring?
That's what I got, 7168.
Huh?
I got that 7168.
Okay.
But if you're
Why a shipping charge on a ring?
spending 62,000,
6,200. Why would they charge you a shipping charge?
That's ridiculous.
Oh. And how heavy is that diamond?
Freaking
You spend
$2
$25
an hour.
tires, and they charge you for a valve instead of, it probably costs them a penny.
You just have to not argue with people and you'll get things for free. Well, yeah, I was at T-Mobile the other day and they wanted to charge me, I was trading a phone in that I didn't like. I tried it out for 10 days. And this is good for you to know. This is really, and I'm not just digressing, this is really good for you to know. If you get a phone from AT&T or whoever, usually you have 10 to 14 days to bring it back if you don't like it. Well, they have a restock fee they don't tell you about. Usually it's about $50, which means, yeah, you get to bring it back and get another phone that you like, exchange it, but they're going to charge you $50. I told them, well, that's bull. I've been a customer of yours for 5 years. I'm going to cancel my contract in 6 weeks if you give me that. And immediately, you took it away. I mean, it was that simple. So, it's got to be mean sometimes. Okay. Any questions about this one? Pretty simple. All right, another one?
Yes.
Keep going.
all the ones with the
Oh, number 15.
that's all the ones with the mills. That's what that was. All right, here's an interesting problem for you. They're all interesting. So, the property tax rate for Minneapolis. Property tax rate. And take a look at this. We haven't had a problem like this yet. It's $10.35 per square foot
Oh my.
for a home, okay? Now look at Denver, which is not far from here. I don't know if this is still correct, but it says the rate is $3.53 per square foot. All right, so what we're trying to figure out here, assuming that we have a house that's 3,900 square feet in both of these cities, so the house is the same size, right? 3,900 square feet, and we have it in Denver, and we have it in Minneapolis. And we want to know, what is the difference we pay in property taxes? Now look at how easy this is to figure out. Look at, and I like how they did this. You just subtract the square foot rate of Denver from Minneapolis. That gives you the difference. So for 1 square foot in Minneapolis, you will pay $6.82 more. $6.82 more. All you do is take the 3,900 square feet of the property and multiply it times what? The difference between the two, which is $6.82. And in Minneapolis, you will pay $26,598 more for that same size house. For that same size house. I don't know how accurate these numbers are up here. These, how updated that is.
Next.
Well, hold on.
So why are you gonna say it?
I like it that way.
That's crazy.
Okay, so, do you have any questions on how this is done? Take that as a no. Okay, be careful here. We have Lenore. Why would you name your kid Lenore?
That's a little.
No one has a kid named Lenore, right?
I know.
Oh, sorry.
She was a pain. She went by
Oh, it's a
the-
she.
Yeah.
Lenore Wright. Okay. Went to Firestone Tires and bought 7 tires for $1,330. Now, does that mean per tire? No. That's 7 tires for a total of $1,330. Now, they're subject to 5% sales tax, and also, look at this, a 7% excise tax. So these are special tires, supposedly. What are you going to do with those percentages? Because we have to get, the
together.
total amount paid. We're going to add the 7 and the 5%. You get 12%, so that's 0.12 times what? 1330. You follow me? 1330 times 0.12. That will give you the tax. And then you just add the tax to the pre-tax amount, 1330. Regardless of what they're showing you down here. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Now, you could make it even simpler. Who knows how?
What?
You could even knock out another step.
If you multiplied it by 1 point,
Yes, that's it. All you have to do, and I didn't mention this in the last problem, and I didn't notice that I just didn't say anything, but you can take the 1330 and multiply it times 1 plus the total tax rate. So 1.12. Say that again. 1330 times 1.12, and you should get this amount. That amount. Okay, and that applies to the previous problem too. We had one like that, or maybe 2 of them, just like this. Do you see why we put the 1 in? Because the 1 will hold this into the result. It'll keep that in the result. And then add the tax also to it. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So there you go, look how easy that is. So I don't know which problems those were, but it was some 2 or 3, maybe 2. Yeah, just like that. Any questions about this one? Another one? Or maybe not.
Yes.
Yes, one more.
It's an actual sales problem, very simple. Total sales divided by 1 plus the tax rate. Look at the problem. Assuming a 7.71% sales tax rate, because of the percent sign, that's the rate. Calculate actual sales. The total sales amounted to $26,100. You plug in total sales divided by, what's the tax rate, 7.71? So 1.0771. 1.0771. Okay, so this is the amount that the store gets to keep, right? This is the amount they pulled in. It's sold merchandise, right? And this is what they can keep, and the rest goes to the tax man. Yeah, so we still have 14 minutes. Worry for nothing. Any questions about this one or anything?